Ah, my shoulder's dislocated. I have a worthless shoulder. This shoulder is worthless also. I have two worthless shoulders. Just like the most depressing time in my life. I've been injured. The only thing I have going for me before I die is singing. So I hope you like my singing. I'd like to sing Don Williams' song, Good Old Boys Like Me. It's my favorite song of his. It only went to number 2. I can't believe he had 17 number 1 songs in the 1970s and 1980s. And this, my favorite, only went to number 2. This is George. George, named after George Strait. He holds things for me. Like, George, hold this book on Texas. We're going to talk about a great Texas singer, Don Williams. George Strait, Waylon Jennings, Willie Nelson, Mark Chestnut, George Jones. All great singers from Texas. But also Don Williams from Floydona, Texas. It's a little bit north of Lubbock, a little bit south of Amarillo. Don Williams, born in 1939 and died in 2017 in Mobile, Alabama. I refer to him as the man with the voice of velvet. He was known in country music as the Gentle Giant because he was a big guy. He had a great voice, a smooth bass baritone voice, Don Williams. And I'm going to sing this a cappella. Good Old Boys Like Me. When I was a kid, Uncle Remus would put me to bed with a picture of Stonewall Jackson above my head. Then Daddy came in to kiss his little man with gin on his breath and a Bible in his hand. He'd talk about honor and things I should know. Then he'd stagger a little as he went out the door. I can still hear the soft southern winds in the live oak trees. And those Williams boys, they still mean a lot to me, Hank and Tennessee. I guess I'll always be what I'm gonna be. So what do you do with good old boys like me? Nothing makes the sound in the night like the wind does. But you ain't afraid if you've been washed in the blood like I was. The smell of Cape jasmine through the window screen. John R. and the Wolfman kept me company by the light of the radio by my bed, with Thomas Wolfe whispering in my head. I can still hear the soft southern wind in the live oak trees. And those Williams boys, they still mean a lot to me, Hank and Tennessee. I guess I'll always be what I'm gonna be. But what do you do with good old boys like me? When I was in school, I ran with a kid down the street. And I watched him burn himself up on bourbon and speed. But I was smarter than most, and I could choose. Learn to talk like the man on the 6 o'clock news. When I was 18, Lord, I hit the road. But it really doesn't matter how far I go. I can still hear the soft southern winds in the live oak trees. And those Williams boys, they still mean a lot to me, Hank and Tennessee. I guess I'll always be what I'm gonna be. But what do you do with good old boys like me? Yeah, what do you do with good old boys like me? Don Williams. Good old boys like me, from 1979. If you like my singing, my name is Tom Kitch, Tomkitch. You can write to me on a computer at tomkitchmusic@yahoo.com, all small case letters, or you can send me a picture postcard from your hometown or from anywhere on the road to my P.O. Box 81442, San Diego, California 92138, United States of America.